Hi, I hope you watched the earlier video where I had spoken about how much of a stress can be revealed from your handwriting. Well, then today's video, what is it about? It is about, can your handwriting change affect the level of your stress? Well, yes, I'm going to speak about the same thing in much detail so that you're able to understand how it can affect the level of your stress. For that, I would want you to watch this video till the end. Hi, I'm Dr. Tarun Zadav, a lucky daughter of doctors, a wife of a supportive husband, a medical college teacher, and a consulting physician for more than a decade, and now turned stress resilience coach to help mothers move from frustration to freedom so that they can live a happy, healthy, successful, and a stress resilient life by writing or rewriting their own destiny with their own hand. So when I say rewriting your own destiny, it's not just for you. I have done it for myself. I've lived it. I've seen the changes, and therefore I'm telling you. Yes, being a professional graphologist for more than a decade, I can say that. I had been in a very rough patch and a rough phase of my life post my childbirth, postpartum depression, you can say, wherein everything had got screwed up. It's the same story in every household. I would not go in much detail over here. But then to come out of it was a conscious call. And with that, the conscious call, multiple things I had needed, right? Help, advices, spiritual guidance, and also getting back the skills that I had lost on and had given up on. What were those skills? Yoga off the mat from the Yoga Institute, I was guided, and graphotherapy practicing, which I had learned from Mr. Vinit Bansori, TEDx speaker and graphologist, most famous. I mean, the famous graphologist in India. From him, I had learned long back, but then I had practically given up on practicing it. And I realized the importance that if I had to get out of my stressful, challenging situation, it was my own responsibility. Well, then, how was handwriting only responsible? Well, handwriting wasn't the only thing which was responsible for me to get out of the stress. It was one of the factor which was responsible to help me get out of the stressful situation. How? I had consciously began rewriting the affirmations, rewriting the goal in the way I had wanted my alphabets to be. Because I had seen my alphabets in a very stressful situation, how they were, how stretched, how squeezed they were, how angulated they were, and how you can say how squeezed, angulated, and how morphed they were. So to get more clearer with my current scenario, I had to just enlarge my handwriting in size. I had to make them smoother. I had to become bigger. I had to make a clearer picture of my handwriting. The alphabets, which had not been clearer, visible. Consciously, I had started writing my affirmations, goals, and the handwriting along with the signature, which I had lost practice. Well, doing that for several months, I realized certain changes happening in me, at the conscious level and at the subconscious level, and then gradually in the environment. Well, was it easy? It definitely wasn't. Because when you want some changes, there has to be changes which is quite unraveling, right? Whenever a seed is about to sprout from the ground and come up, the sand has to move out. So when the sand is moving out, is it easy for the seed to sprout out? Definitely easy. So it wasn't easy for me actually to come out. There were ruffles, many ruffles, but I had to face it. I had to be prepared with it. They were equally challenging. But then what helped me was my signature, wherein I had made myself confident. I had made myself more grounded. I had made myself more with more patience, perseverance. I had made myself a more clearer personality, more legible personality, more determined personality, and therefore, being a loving, caring, approachable person, I saw myself comfortable in approaching people for help. I saw myself comfortable in asking things and taking guidance without any ego issues. I saw myself being more patient and perseverant in facing the challenging, tough times with the hope that this too shall pass. Well, these qualities gradually developed in me because I was consistent in practicing them throughout. It's easy? No, it definitely isn't easy. Nothing is easy. You have to be patient, you have to be perseverant. But this, had I not been a graphologist, I would have required a sincere help from a graphologist. Without that, it's not practically possible. So, being a graphologist for myself, it was easier because I had learned those skills and now I had to just relearn, rewrite, and just get back what I had lost touch with. So therefore, became easier for me to navigate through the challenging situation, which otherwise would have been difficult. And thankfully, with that, the skills which invariably silently kept developing made me relearn so many things that I kept just pushing the boundaries and never realized how I came out of it smoothly, even now. So I really feel that if you want to rewrite, reshape, redesign your own life, take the pen in your hand instead of just taking the sword, because as it is said, pen is mightier than sword, and I firmly believe it. Instead of battling with any person with the sword, rather take a pen and rewrite whatever you want in your life, but with the handwriting changes that you have done and experienced by the professional graphologist. I wouldn't recommend you to just start doing anything. If at all you have to do it, make your handwritings more legible, more clearer, and more space.